Hello everybody, hello Devpro Life here, bringing you guys a brand new video for a brand new series I'm going to be starting to do, and this is called Killed by Links. A bit over dramatic, I don't know. Maybe if one of you guys can come up with a better name for this. This is a series I'm going to start doing, especially as we lead up into Links, which come out in 14 days. So there's a bunch of decks that are rendered almost entirely useless in link format, and I want to try and give these decks a bit of an explanation, or at least I want to give an explanation for why these decks are going to be so redundant in link format and not usable. I'm doing this in the same style as I do my Blast from the Past and the other video styles similar to this. And well, it really pains me to see so many decks that are just ruined by links. They aren't playable anymore, or if they are, they're barely usable. Maybe they might be somewhat still good, especially as like more links come out that are just better. I don't know. But however, as it stands, with up to the second set, which is Circuit Breaker, there are decks that are just completely and totally unplayable, and then there are some that are just completely and totally redundant or slowed down. And with the first episode of this and the first archetype that I'm going to be talking about, it's a deck that is one of my personal favorites. I took this to a regional way back when it first came out. I had a ton of fun playing it. I almost topped that regional, and then I got too tired to finish. And heck, I know one of my subscribers, I signed his entire Igknight deck, and I feel really bad about that now that Igknights are basically unplayable. So Igknights is an archetype that came out initially back in, I believe, Dimension of Chaos. They got more support here and there. I believe they got a total of like Grand 2 total, like 4 more cards. Igknight Reload's technically a card for the deck, but it's not good in the archetype at all. So really, in all honesty, this deck is really one of those big decks that is completely and totally unplayable after links. So the reasoning being is that if you look at Igknights as a whole, good of 8 of their monsters are pendulum monsters, which are right then and there with the new rules regarding pendulums. You can already tell where this is going. But more so than that is their playstyle. Igknights, every single pendulum monster in the deck has the exact same effect. If you have an Igknight card in your other pendulum zone, you can destroy both cards in your pendulum zone, and if you do, add 1 Fire Warrior type monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Every single pendulum Igknight monster has that effect, and it's a really good effect. The idea with this playstyle is that you put 2 Igknights into your pendulum zones, you pop them both, you search out another one, and you keep doing that over and over and over again until you exhaust your hand and you get down to about 2 or so Igknight cards left, hopefully maybe 1 more extra monster or whatever, and then you set your pendulum skills, and then you pendulum summon everybody back from your extra deck, and then proceed to make a bunch of Xyz plays, usually with these being the most common Xyz that the deck makes, among other, standard Xyz like Tornado Dragon, 101 Castell, stuff like that. So this idea is a really cool idea. The deck is able to do some really scary power plays. The big issue with it is that, well, if you open 2 little monsters, you can't do crap, and the deck just doesn't do anything. So it does have quite a bit of an issue getting rolling, but once the deck gets rolling, it is scary how powerful of a board these decks can make. The issue here lies with their playstyle. With the new rules, you can only pendulum summon 1 monster from your extra deck back onto the field. So therefore, with Igknights, their entire playstyle is made redundant. They can't function in links because they can only pendulum summon back 1 monster from their extra deck. And how is this deck supposed to be able to play? How is this deck is one of those big ones that I like to point to whenever I say that the new link mechanic is just not well thought out of, because Konami clearly did not think that, oh hey, these new rules are going to kill a lot of decks. But hey, no, it's okay because no one plays Igknights, right? No, yeah, it's totally not like anybody likes this deck. But anyways, in all seriousness, this deck cannot function in link format. You can try and make it work with like stuff like Unexpected Die, summoning out an Igknight from your deck, and then normal summoning another Igknight, making double what's his name, Link Spider, and then making a Mrs. Radiant. But even then, that only opens up 2 of your extra deck monster zones. I mean, and 2 of your monster zones to summon from the extra deck. And not only that, you have to eat up your normal summon to do that. And get this, one of the deck's other big power plays is playing a card called Royal Magical Library, which usually does eat up the deck's normal summon. So, explain to me how this deck is supposed to function in Link format. It isn't. It can't. It, by definition, cannot, because of its sheer playstyle. And you can try, you can desperately try and make it to work under Link format. Trust me, I have. The deck just cannot function. Even though it's got all this support, well, it's got a somewhat decent amount of support, and even though it has all this search power, all this everything, because of its inherent playstyle, the deck is redundant due to Links. Which is really, really sad because, again, that hurts creativity to the game. It hurts any possibility for this deck ever becoming relevant again. Like, if more support comes out, like, Konami would have to seriously beef up this deck and give it a stupid powerful Link monster for it to really work. Like, it would have to get a Link 3 with all 3 Link zones, all 3 Link markers pointing downwards. That's the only way for this deck to be able to do anything. And yes, I know we get a Link 4 in Code Duelist that has 3 Link zones pointing downwards, but that's Topologic Bomber Dragon, and he nukes the main monster zone whenever a monster special summoned to one of his Link pointers. So, yeah, that's redundant, because if you do that, oh, hey, look at that, all my monsters are just pendulum summoned back, get put right back into my extra deck. You know? So, really, in all honesty, this deck is one of those big ones that is just unable to be functional under Link format. Their boss monsters, for anybody who cares, are okay. They're pretty good. I honestly like them quite a bit, but they just don't do much. Igknight, which I believe was the last support card for this deck, is arguably their only saving grace, because it allows you to bypass the normal summon thing, in that you can target one Igknight card you control, destroy it, and then if you do special summon an Igknight monster from your deck, it's a quick play, so you can do it during your player's turn. Really, really helpful. But again, even then, you still got to have another Igknight card on the field. You got to destroy it, special summon a dude, preferably after you activate Unexpected Die, which again, you generally want your Ignites in your deck so that you can search them out with freaking their effects and everything. Igknight Reload is terrible in this deck. Ignition Phoenix is nice and all, but again, like with Igknight Unite, you got to pop an Igknight card, search out another Igknight card, and then Igknight Burst is just bad. So, really, in all honesty, this deck has nothing going for it after Links. It was already a deck that no one really batted an eye at too much before Links, and after Links, it is rendered completely and totally unplayable. Which I, again, think is sad. And at this point, I'm just going to be repeating myself. I love this deck. I hate it that this deck is unplayable after Links. What do you guys think? Do you think this deck has any chance of ever being relevant, even as a just for fun deck after Links come out? Do you guys think that there's any chance? I don't see it having any chance, honestly. So guys, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of Killed by Links. Sorry if it sounded like I'm repeating myself, because unlike with the other things, I'm not going over each and every single card, especially with Ignites. Like, seriously, they all do the same thing, and then the boss monsters are basically irrelevant because they don't do anything to really help out the deck. Even though they're kind of cool, and I love their artwork. So guys, next up, we're going to be talking about Burning Abyss, and how that deck is run by Links too. So guys, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great day. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. See you all later. Peace out. And Legend for Life. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to my 2 Patreons so far. To my 2 wonderful, wonderful Patreons, Cambrock223 and Night Zone. You guys are incredibly, incredibly awesome. And it just, I can't express my thanks enough. Thank you guys both. And I hope everybody has a great day. See y'all later. Peace out.